Part 45. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 441. Ding. According to the host's current supplier level, this system will only remind you when a store within 100 miles is attacked. Ding. The supplier's level is too low, and I have no right to inquire about more information. Fang Fan glanced at his mouth, and he probably guessed the result. Suchin, what danger will there be? The card shop is within the capital of Suguo. Could it be that the capital of Suguo has been destroyed? No. There must be something wrong. Every country has its own divine envoys to protect them. Although these divine envoys are not very reliable, it is their responsibility to bless the city in times of crisis. They are bound by their own rules and regulations, and they should not dare to mess around. Quick march. Quickly move towards Suchin. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and took a deep breath. No matter what, he couldn't just ignore his branch being burned down. Things are always going to be resolved. Let's go and see what's going on first, and that's another story. Su Country, Suchin, card shop branches. The city is already full of beacon fires. As the manager of the Suchin card branch, Dong Yi's face has already been soaked in blood. At this moment, he is sticking to the front line and fighting to the end. He stood at the threshold of the card shop, watching the sea-demonized beasts rushing over one by one, and his face gradually showed a look of despair. Come on. Keep on coming. You robbers. Do you know who this shop belongs to? It's the lord of the country. It's under the crown of the lord. You dare to attack the branch of the lord. You all have to die. Come on. I'm not afraid of you. The lord of the country treats me with a lack of righteousness. If it wasn't for the favor of the lord, I used to be a rogue who would die on the streets without knowing when. Haha, the country lord gave me the dignity and confidence to be a human. He made me a human. He made me still have the will to live in the end times. Today I only wish to be able to die here, together with this card shop branch. It can be regarded as repaying the kindness of the Lord. Dong Yi muttered to himself, the look of despair in his eyes gradually dissipated. He doesn't care whether these sea-demonized beasts can understand or not, and if he doesn't say the last words in his heart, even if he dies, he will not be peaceful. And now, this feeling is quite comfortable. He felt a sense of relief from the bottom of his heart. The kind of calm and indifference in the face of life and death. Vampire Banshee Legion. Guard the last front. Hold on. Holding a 7-star sword, Dong Yi is in the position of the branch manager of the card shop. He has a 2% cut of the goods sold. Although the rate is not high, it is already an astronomical figure compared to the daily turnover of the card shop branch. Relying on these resources, Dong Yi has also been promoted to the level of a 5-star awakened person, and by the way, he has also cultivated the blood-sucking Banshee army under his command to a 6-star level. A lineup and configuration like this is already very strong. Even in the entire Su Kingdom, the 6-star Legion is definitely a top configuration. But in the face of these sea monsters swept like a flood, a 5-star awakened and a 6-star army, still not enough. Dong Yi took a breath. Most of the 6-star vampire banshees had been beheaded, and there were still 2 left on either side of him. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 442. Seeing that these sea-demonized beasts are going to charge again, Dong Yi seems to have foreseen the final outcome of himself and the vampire banshee. Looking back on my life, I have no regrets. With the right person, I can be the lord of the country in this life. No, I still like to call him Lord City Lord. It is my greatest honor, Dong Yi, to be able to work for the lord of the city, and to be the store manager for him. Final battle. Come on. If you want to step into Lord City Lord's card shop, First step over from my corpse. What? Dong Yi held the sword tightly and let out a roar like a tiger. Bang bang bang. Just when he made the subconscious slashing action, he suddenly found that the sea demonized beasts in front of him suddenly fell one by one. Roar. A dragon roar came, and a golden dragon about 10 meters long flew into the air. The alien beast is attacking. It's not enough to have so many sea demonized beasts, do you want a real dragon to see me off? Dong Yi laughed at himself. Gradually, his face changed. He seemed to have suddenly thought of something, his eyes couldn't help but start to flicker. This golden dragon seems to be the pet of the city master. An excited look appeared on Dong Yi's face, and his eyes looked towards the sky, only to see a Yinglong carrying the Yinglong god knight from the sky and launching an air strike. After a single dragon, there are several war angels and demon lords flapping their wings. After that, the ruling unicorn legion began to emerge. Fang Fan sits on the back of the ruling unicorn king and swoops down. It's the lord of the city. The lord of the city has come to save us. The lord of the city has never forgotten me. From Dong Yi's point of view, he prefers to call Fang Fan the Lord City Lord rather than the country lord. In his heart, Fang Fan will always be the city lord of Zhongcheng who promotes and appoints him regardless of previous suspicions. With Fang Fan in Zhongcheng, there is order, and then there is a chance for Dong Yi to survive. Fang Fan was riding on the back of the ruling unicorn king, looking at the corpses in Sichuan, frowning deeply. Sure enough, something went wrong here. Even the card shop branches in Sichuan were hit hard. The whole army strikes. Sweep the sea monsters around the card shop. Fang Fan took a breath and gave an order. The entire army under his command was dispatched and began to clean up the shrimp soldiers and crab generals in front of him. When Fang Fan got off the Unicorn King judgment and walked to the door of the card shop branch, he saw the corpses of the vampire banshee all over the floor. Thump. Dong Yi knelt down directly in front of Fang Fan. Sir City Lord. Dong Yi is incompetent, he almost lost his branch. I need you to come and save it yourself. Bang bang bang. Dong Yi knocked his head on the ground, making a bang, his eyes were already blurred by blood and tears. Seeing Dong Yi, Fang Fan couldn't help but think of Chen Buletin in Shiyang City. Like Dong Yi, Chen Buletin is also the manager of Fang Fan's branch. Although the two of them are different in every aspect, their loyalty is exactly the same. You've been able to stick to it until now, it's already a great achievement. It's me, I'm late. Fang Fan directly helped Dong Yi up, with a sincere look in his eyes. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 443. Lord City Lord. Dong Yi's throat was directly blocked. He had a lot to say, but he couldn't. Fang Fan understands these unspoken words. Since the establishment of the Yan Kingdom, it has been a long time since no one directly addressed him as Lord City Lord. Suddenly hearing it now, endless memories flooded in instantly. Recover well. What happened to Sichuan? Even the capital of the country has been broken? Where is Su's protector of the country? Fang Fan looked around and asked the question he wanted to ask the most. This is so weird. It stands to reason that Su Cheng has been ruined like this, that divine envoy should also appear? God's envoy is there. He's already been fighting. Just at the gate of the city. Dong Yi blushed, it seemed that some things were difficult to say. The gate of the city. Fang Fan nodded, took Dong Yi directly to the back of the Unicorn King, and walked directly to the city gate. There, the one in white, that's the envoy of Su country. As Teng Fei was at the gate of Sichuan city, Dong Yi suddenly pointed at one of the figures and shouted. In fact, there are many people at the gate of the city, but Dong Yi just pointed casually. Fang Fan probably locked the so-called God Envoy. Is this an angel? Fang Fan opened his mouth, and his eyes almost protruded. The white-clothed divine envoy in his eyes is being rubbed on the ground by two sea-demonized beasts. Ah, don't hit me, it hurts. Maid. Let you stop fighting. Didn't hear you. Crap. Wait for the labor and capital to regain their strength. I'll kill you all. Grandma's legs, a kind of one-on-one battle. What kind of hero is a group fight? Boom. What? Don't slap your face. I told you not to slap your face. That angel in white was moving up and down, and the expression on his face was also very wonderful. A rough sentence is not repeated without repetition. The picture in front of him completely subverted Fang Fan's three views. The few divine envoys he has met, whether it is the original divine envoy of the Yan Kingdom or the divine envoy of East England, may be arrogant, frivolous, and greedy. But at least in terms of temperament, it is very stable. And the combat power will not be low. But the angel in white in front of him was actually hoisted up and beaten by two one-star king-level ocean demonized beasts. These two one-star king-level ocean demonized beasts are hairy crabs. The huge pliers were pinched back and forth on the body of the white-robed god envoy. The white-clothed god envoy then groaned unethically. Is this divine messenger also fake? Is it paid for the call? Why is it so watery? Fang Fan almost missed it in one breath. The picture in front of him was really beautiful. Two one-star king-level hairy crabs poked back and forth at the angel in white, and the wailing of the angel in white wave after wave. Cough, Lord City Lord, I don't know about this. Anyway, there was such a person in Suchin at the beginning, claiming to be an envoy sent by the gods. When there were sea-demonized beasts attacking the city before, he pushed 3 and 4, and Su Zheng, the king of Su, was almost so angry that he turned his back. Then the sea-demonized beast broke through the city, and he reluctantly went out to fight, and that's it. As Dong Yi explained, his face became more and more red. It's really a picture in front of me, it's so exciting. Fang Fan nodded, showing a thoughtful look. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 444. This is the first time Fang Fan has seen such a hot messenger. But anyway, it does exist. Lord Fang Fan. Please save my country Su. Fang Fan and others suddenly appeared at the gate of Suchin city, and they were still flying on the judgment unicorn, which naturally attracted countless attention. At this moment, Su Zheng, the king of the country, was running fast, with a look of panic on his face. Suchin has already become the world of sea-demonized beasts. The unfortunate envoy of Su country will only be there screaming, really wanting to do it, it's useless at all. In this situation, Su Zheng has long been desperate. He has already thought about the tragic situation when he died. I just didn't expect to see Fang Fan leading the army before he died. Immediately, Su Zheng's heart started beating. Fang Fan's strength is known to the world. People can even kill angels. The 10 one-star king level demonized beasts connected to the 32nd level of the Tianta can be killed. If Fang Fan makes a move, there is still hope for everything. Fang Fan looked at the man with disheveled hair, unshaven beard, and covered in blood, with a look of surprise on his face. This is the king of Su country, Su Zheng. The king of Su kingdom in his impression, not to mention how brave. At least it's the kind of low-key, luxurious, and restrained type. King of the country Su, please wake up and kill the sea-demonized beasts. This is the responsibility of every human survivor. Since I'm here, I naturally won't stand by. Fang Fan helped Su Zheng, the lord of the country of Su, to stand up, and then continued to look at the battlefield. Golan, Vega, Caitlin, Kyle, Jax, You all work together to help the angel kill those two 1-star king level king crabs. All legions. Enter the city to kill the sea monsters, collect magic crystals and cards. Fang Fan gave an order, and Galen and the others immediately began to move. 5 1-star king level heroes working together to deal with 2 1-star king level king crabs, there is still no problem. Galen, Kyle, Jax charge forward. Caitlin quickly began to aim and shoot, Vega exerted all her dark magic. Swoosh swish. Twisted space. A purple-black magic circle directly banned 2 1-star king level king crabs and the angel in white. Demachian justice. Galen rose from the sky, a 1-star king level king crab with a sword temper. The king level king crab controlled by twisted space obviously can only choose to be captured. Boom. Headshot. Caitlin fired a shot, directly killing the head of another king level king crab. Charge blow. Jax wielded his weapon to make up for the knife, and another king level king crab was also killed. From the beginning to the end of the battle, it took almost 2 or 3 minutes. The 2 1-star king level ocean demonized beasts that disturbed Suguo's scalp and numb his scalp were killed one after another. The angel in white who had been beaten by the king crab was also rescued. King Fang Fan, this, so strong. Su Zheng's face was full of shock. He knew that Fang Fan was very strong, but he didn't expect it to be so powerful. This is the king level king crab. Just solved it in 3 or 2. Why does it feel as random as stepping on a few small ants? Cough cough, human. Did you help the god to kill these 2 abominable crabs? Not bad. Very good. This divine sense is ready to reward you. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 445. The divine envoy in white sighed in admiration and walked over to Fang Fan. This messenger still lacks a squire, I am going to recruit you as my squire. Tisk tisk tisk, this is a great honor. To be the squire of a divine envoy, aren't you very excited? The white-robed divine envoy flicked the dust off his body, although he flew to Fang Fan's side with a stick-like face, he said arrogantly. Just now he saw Fang Fan commanding Galen and others to fight, and he naturally regarded him as the leader of these people. Retainer. Fang Fan was instantly happy. This spicy chicken god makes a strong spicy chicken even if it is, the key is to be able to pretend to be so forceful. Are you sure you want to recruit me as your squire? Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, took 2 steps forward, and got closer to the white-robed divine envoy. What's the matter? You won't be unhappy, will you? Ask them. How many people want to be the squires of this god's envoy? There's still no chance. The white-clothed divine envoy held his head high, with a complacent expression. There was an envoy who said he wanted to take me as his squire, and then he became a human. That's a quasi-god. Later, another divine envoy wanted to take me as a squire, and he was also sucked into a human. It was a false god. Now another divine envoy wants to take me as a squire. I haven't asked you yet, what kind of god are you? Fang Fan walked over slowly, just staring at the white-robed angel in front of him. The expression on the face of the divine envoy in white slightly trembled. I'm so special, what kind of monster is this, how come several angels have been slaughtered? Or a quasi-god and a pseudo-god? Bai Piao's body can't help but float a little. How is that possible? The angels are invincible. Bai Piao seemed to have suddenly thought of something, and his face suddenly showed an expression of infinite arrogance. Even if he was rubbed against the ground by the 2 king crabs before, and he was pinched by the big pincers many times, at least he would not die. That little attack wasn't enough to completely hit him. Lord God Envoy, these are all true. King Fang Fan once slaughtered the God Envoy of the East England, everyone knows about it, and the God Envoy of the Yan Kingdom, it is said that the King Fang Fan killed it himself. Seeing that Bai Biao didn't believe it, Su Zheng on the side quickly reminded him. No matter how hot the combat power of this divine envoy is, at least this is also his own divine envoy. It's better to have such a useless angel than nothing. At least it can be used as a meat pad target. He, I won't believe it. How can you mortals really hurt our angels? The white-robed divine envoy was full of rebelliousness, with his hands behind his back, his posture seemed extremely indifferent. Oh? Is it? Fang Fan gestured at Galen and Jax, and the two directly imprisoned the angel in white. Immediately, Fang Fan stepped forward, stretched out his hand and placed it on the shoulder of the angel in white. Don't waste your time, I've said it before, I'm invincible. How can you mortals hurt me? It's arrogant to the extreme. Bai Biao's face suddenly became extremely ugly, his body also trembled, and the whole person was in a trance. That unforgettable pain, he never wanted to try again. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 446. Bai Biao's gaze towards Fang Fan couldn't help but be filled with fear. He now believes what Fang Fan said before. He once killed two divine envoys, one of them was a quasi-god and the other was a false god. Pseudo-gods and quasi-gods are certainly not true gods, but when they reach that realm, they're pretty awesome. Just got killed one. It's so arrogant. Now, have you figured it out? Would you like to be my squire? Or will I be yours? The smile on the corner of Fang Fan's mouth gradually revealed, and his words and deeds were filled with a strange feeling. Seeing that Fang Fan's right hand was trying to test himself, Bai Biao suddenly gritted his teeth. Dang, of course, I will be your squire, I will be your squire, how dare I accept you as your squire, I was blind just now, please let me go. Bai Biao's face looked sleazy, Fang Fan was speechless, it was the first time he had seen such a skinless and faceless angel. Really up? Are you really an angel? Fang Fan questioned Bai Biao with his soul. Of course, the real thing, you don't have to doubt that. Bai Biao waved his hand with a complacent look on his face. Then what realm are you? A pseudo-god? Or a quasi-god? Fang Fan stared at Bai Biao, his eyes gradually narrowed. It's not a false god, not a quasi-god. Cough, I am a strong person in the earth section. Bai Biao blushed, and the pseudo-god was a god. No matter what kind of god it was, there was still 108,000 miles between him. Earth sect realm? What realm is that? Fang Fan staggered a step, his eyes revealing desire for knowledge. At present, he only knows about the king level. As for what comes after the king level, he doesn't know anything. After the king level. Rumbling. Just as Bai Biao was about to speak, a thunderbolt landed abruptly and exploded directly in front of Bai Biao. Bai Biao's body trembled. I can't say it anymore. These are all secrets. I swore an oath before I came here, besides, I have to die. Bai Biao's face turned pale for a while, and the game was almost over. Fang Fan was stunned for a moment. If the thunderbolt hit him just now, a normal one-star king level existence would not be able to hold it. System, do you know the realm behind the king level? Earth sect realm, what kind of existence? Fang Fan directly asked the system, but the dog system is known to be omnipotent. Ding. The level is too low, I have no right to ask. Grass. Fang Fan scolded secretly, he felt that it was not a question of level authority at all, it was the dog system that he didn't even know about. Fang Fan looked at Bai Biao in front of him, even though he had 1,000 questions, he couldn't say anything at the moment. The matter of the divine jade, How much do you know? Can you say it? Fang Fan specially added a sentence later, I can't say it and I won't force you. The heavenly jade, this is not a taboo. The heavenly jade is actually the key to the upper realm. As long as I gather enough Tongtian divine jade, I can go back. Even if it is in the upper realm, it is worth a lot of money. It's just that this thing is too difficult to get together. I worked so hard to get 30,000 pieces. Bai Piao complained, but Fang Fan's eyes gradually brightened. 30,000 heaven-penetrating divine jade, is this guy very rich? Give me your 30,000 heaven-reaching divine jade. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and asked directly. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 447. What? I'm your servant, not your slave, my heavenly jade, I've collected them piece by piece, this is my hope of successfully returning to the upper realm, even if I die, I will stay on it. At the moment, the white floating state is indeed a little floating. From his attitude, it can be seen that he attaches great importance to these heavenly jades. Tisk, that's right, I have 300,000 heaven-reaching divine jade, I originally wanted to take your little heaven-reaching divine jade into a share, and after the heaven-reaching divine jade is collected, I will build the road to the sky and bring you with me. If you don't want to, then forget it. Fang Fan waved his hand with a look of regret. 300,000, you actually have 300,000 heaven-reaching divine jade, that's not far from building the road to the sky. When the time comes to build it, take me to fly, anyway, if you don't take the road to the sky, it will be a waste, isn't it? Bai Piao's breathing sounded a little heavy, and this urgent desire in his heart was very obvious at this moment. Tisk, although your name is Bai Piao, but there is no such thing as prostitution in this world. Oh, the opportunity is in front of you, and you didn't seize it yourself. Fang Fan sighed and looked at Bai Piao with pity, making it really seem like that. Fang Fan found a characteristic that these so-called gods from the upper realms didn't look very smart. Just fool around with a few words, and you can take out your heart and lungs. So blunt. I don't have any awareness of social anti-fraud. Catch, I'm definitely going to catch it. This is my 30,000 heaven-reaching divine jade. It's useless for me to keep this thing. You have a lot of heaven-reaching divine jade on your body. Together, we will have the hope of ascending to the upper realm. Just leave me a spot. By the way, where are your 300,000 heaven-penetrating divine jade? Where are they? Let me take a look. Bai Piao Wan was completely an upright boy, and the 30,000 heaven-passing divine jade was neatly placed together, which was very eye-catching. Fang Fan's eyes gradually began to show light. Good, very good. Fang Fan waved his hand, and 30,000 heaven-reaching divine jade directly entered his exclusive Sumi space. As for Bai Piao's confused look, Fang Fan naturally can't control it. The 300,000 heaven-penetrating divine jade is in the deep sea, waiting for me to get it. Look, this is a high-level map of the gods of the sky. As long as you find this position, isn't the jade of the gods within your grasp? Sao Nian, don't worry, Tongtian divine jade will be gathered one day. Fang Fan patted Bai Piao's shoulder and said confidently. What do you mean, you were playing with me just now? You don't have the divine jade at all, right? You are cheating on my divine jade, you are shameless. You are despicable. You actually prostitute for nothing. Bai Piao's body trembled with anger, that was all his net worth. You despicable and shameless villain, I'm going to fight with you. Bai Piao shouted, and was about to rush towards Fang Fan. Fang Fan beckoned, Galenjax blocked directly in front, the two attacked each other, and directly subdued Bai Piao. This guy wants to toss, but also to see if he has that level. Although Bai Piao is a divine envoy, his fighting power is really uncomplimentable. The picture of this guy being hanged and beaten by two one-star king crabs just now is vivid in his mind. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 448. It is rude to say that now he can probably exert a one-star king level combat power, and it is still the kind of one-star king level combat power that is more spicy. Galen singled him out and could knock him out within 10 strokes. Robbers. You are all robbers. Bandits. Is there any reason for heaven? Bai Piao complained and sighed there, obviously it was meaningless, and no one paid any attention to him at all. After dealing with the matter of the Suchan card branch a little, Fang Fan is ready to embark on a trip to the deep sea to find the heavenly jade. This time I came to Suchan, besides helping the Suchan card branch to tide over the difficulties, the biggest gain should be these 30,000 Tongtian divine jade. Before obtaining the large amount of heaven-reaching divine jade in the deep sea, these 30,000 pieces were already the largest amount Fang Fan had ever seen. By the way, he also kidnapped a one-star king-level divine envoy Bai Piao. Although his strength as a divine envoy is a little weaker, no matter what, this is a one-star king-level combat power. Moreover, Bai Piao is a person from the upper realm no matter what, although because of the divine oath, many things cannot be said directly. But sometimes that kind of insight still makes Fang Fan very sigh. My lord, slaughtered two one-star king-level king crabs to get two king-level promotion cards. In addition, the legions that slaughtered marine demonized beasts in the city also came back, and also gained two king-level promotion cards and 102 10-top promotion cards. Galen rushed over and handed over the promotion card he had harvested. Fang Fan nodded secretly, the harvest was okay. 100 top-level promotion cards are equivalent to one king-level promotion card. After just swept away, 5 king-level promotion cards were in hand, which was equivalent to 500 million ordinary promotion cards. If there is another wave like this, if there are 5 more king-level promotion cards, then I can promote another 9-star legion to 10-star. Fang Fan thought to himself, and immediately took off over the endless sea. That's a human. A human has broken into our territory. Roar. Damn humans. How dare you break into my Ba Kun's territory? Fang Fan kept flying in the direction marked by the high-level Tongtianshan map, when encountering a small island, let Judgment Unicorn and Yinglong rest for a while. After all, they have been flying high in the sky, and the load on them is also enormous. Seeing that we are getting closer and closer to our destination. Suddenly, a king crab and a sea kun appeared in the endless sea. Fang Fan, the king crab, is not surprised. As for this kind of sea kun, it is the first time I have seen it. Kun is so big that it can't be stewed in one pot. Fang Fan's mind unnaturally remembered these wonderful words. However, kun is a divine beast, and this sea kun probably only has a trace of kun's blood. But its size is really big. The huge sea surface, stretching for several miles, is the body of the sea kun. The big guy in front, let me ask if Sea God Island is around here. Fang Fan glanced at the high-level Tongtianshan map just now. There was only one straight line on the entire map. There was no text introduction before, but on the back of the map, it marked the terminal station, Sea God Island. After arriving at Sea God Island, there are quite detailed subdivision routes on the map, which supports Fang Fan to continue to search for and excavate the giant jade mine. Roar. Humans. You guys don't know how to live or die? You still want to go to the holy land of our sea clan? Roar. You don't have to go to Sea God Island. Today is your burial place. Humans must die. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 449. The huge sea kun roared angrily, and countless shrimp soldiers and crabs would attack directly towards Fang Fan's direction. Fang Fan was stunned. I'm just asking for directions, as for just shouting and killing? Fang Fan glanced at it, and in the continuous group of shrimp soldiers and crabs, there was only one 1-star king level king crab, and another 1-star king level sea kun. As for the leader, the giant Haikun with a body that stretches for several miles is a 2-star king level ocean demonized beast. Fang Fan squinted his eyes and faced 3 king level ocean demonized beasts at the same time, as well as a 2-star king level. There must be some pressure. He now has 6 under his command. No, to be precise, it should be 7 1-star king level combat power. God's messenger Bai Biao should also be counted as one. Brother Bai Biao, in fact, I have always envied you very much. Not only are you unparalleled in magic, but your body's defense is actually so strong. Don't say it's an ordinary king-level demonized beast, even the advanced demonized beast can't help you. Fang Fan suddenly praised Bai Biao. When Bai Biao chrysanthemum tightened, he subconsciously stepped back. After being tricked by Fang Fan twice, his vigilance has obviously improved a lot. What do you want to do? I won't be fooled again this time. Thinking of the 30,000 heaven-penetrating divine jade that he was trapped in, Bai Biao felt heartache and could hardly breathe. I didn't want to do anything, I just wanted you to block the attack of the 2-star king level sea kun. You resist first, and when my people have killed the other 2 1-star king level ocean demonized beasts, I'll come to help you. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes. He was fighting for this purpose. Let Bai Biao go over to resist first. Humph. I won't do it. Unless you return my Tongtian divine jade first. Bai Biao raised his head arrogantly. He thought that Fang Fan could only beg him. Tisk. As my servant, I dare to disobey your master. It seems that I can't keep you. Then let me squeeze you dry. Fang Fan silently stretched out his hand and went directly to Bai Biao. Hiss. Bai Biao couldn't help but think of the splitting headache when he was touched by Fang Fan before. The average king-level demonized beast can only hang him at most, but it is impossible to really hurt him, but Fang Fan is very different. Call. I'm going, can't I go? Bai Biao soared into the air with a sullen face, and pounced directly in the direction of the 2-star king-level Haikun. Fang Fan nodded secretly. Ruzai can be taught. So good, so harmonious. Brother Kun, let's have a discussion. Let's just sit and watch them fight, okay? I can't beat you anyway, and you can't beat me to death. Let's give each other convenience. I'm also very helpless. Bai Biao floated onto the 2-star king level sea kun, and looked at the 2-star king class sea kun helplessly. Roar. Go to hell. The 2-star king level Haikun didn't intend to deal with Bai Biao at all, and slapped it directly, and Bai Biao's body was photographed directly into the sea several kilometers away. Bai Biao, who fell into the sea, shook his head, spit out a mouthful of sour sea water, and continued to charge helplessly towards the 2-star king level sea kun. Life is so hard. Waiting for Lao Tzu to return to the upper realm, I am special. Bai Biao subconsciously looked at Fang Fan's position, and happened to meet Fang Fan, who was also looking at him, looking at each other. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 450. Cough. The weather is so nice today. Big man. Come on. Continue to beat labor and management. I'm so afraid of you. Are you thinking too much? Believe it or not, labor and management can hang you up. Bai Chang is so big. Do you eat dry rice? Damn it. Can you have some strength? I really look down on you, you are so soft and soft, hurry up. Come on. Continue to attack me. With Fang Fan overseeing the battle, Bai Biao didn't have the guts even if he wanted to slack off. Whenever Fang Fan glanced at him, Bai Biao stood there screaming and screaming. Who? Ugly humans. Go to hell. The 2-star king level Seacon was also irritated by Bai Biao's cheap appearance, roaring one after another. The hill-like body began to violently slam into the edges, and the surrounding waves were higher and higher, watering everyone incisively and vividly. Maid. How dare you say I'm ugly? You're ugly. What an ugly bastard you call labor and capital ugly. Grass. Waste. What a waste. Can't hit me. Can't hit me. Ha ha ha. Boom. The arrogant Bai Biao was jumped deep by the 2-star king level Seacon, and was directly pressed to the bottom of the sea. The 2-star king level Haikon showed a happy expression on his face, thinking that he had completely killed this annoying guy. Swoosh swish. Ba ba ba. Grass. What astringent sea water. Trash. Keep coming. The 2-star king class Haikon was supposed to be Fang Fan's great enemy, but because of Bai Biao's existence, he completely attracted the 2-star king class Haikon, allowing Fang Fan to take out his hands to deal with the rest. Those shrimp soldiers and crab generals. Galen. Caitlin. Kyle. You two attack that 1-star king level Seacon together. Little Jinlong Aogwang. Jax. Vega. You two attack that 1-star king level king crab together. 7 legions. Dark Knight Unicorn. Hell's 3-headed dog. Attack the surrounding shrimp soldiers and crab generals. Fang Fan gave an order, and the army under his command began to launch a charge battle in an orderly manner. Kylan, let the 10-star Vampire Prince Legion participate in the battle. Fang Fan glanced at Kylan. Now that he has more strength, he can also reduce casualties and end the battle as soon as possible. Fang Fan's destination is Sea God Island. It is the giant mine of the Divine Jade that has 300,000 pieces of Divine Jade. As for these roadblocks in front of you, it's fine if you don't see them. If you see them, you can clean them up by the way. In any case, you can get a wave of top-level promotion cards and king-level promotion cards by slaughtering ocean demonized beasts. As ordered. Swoosh swish. Demachian justice. Galen took off at first, and then cut out the big move directly. The 1-star king level Seacon was suffering, and it was already seriously injured. Rage of justice. Kyle added a state to himself, and the angel sword in his hand suddenly became huge, and the sword stabbed out, and the 1-star king level Seacon suddenly became smart, the injury became more serious. Headshot. Let the bullets fly. Caitlyn's last shot killed her, and a bullet went directly into the right eye of the 1-star king level Haikon, which completely ended the 1-star king class Haikon in a state of serious injury. Almost at the same time, the little golden dragon Aogwang smashed the 1-star king level king crab with 1 claws. 2 1-star king level ocean demonized beasts perished. At the same time, Fang Fan's 7 legions and Kylan's Vampire Prince Legion also achieved great results.